Lovebug. If you happen to be new here, my name is Mercedes Vaughn. My channel is all about being the intersection between faith, fashion, and fragrance. So if that is your vibe, consider joining the Lovebug tribe. This week's shout out goes to these amazing individuals. Thank you so much for showing your girl some love. It's always greatly appreciated. If you want a shout out from love on me, you gotta talk to me down below in the comments and you will get a shout out in one of my future videos. Now hopping into today's video, we are doing our January empties. Okay, so if you want to talk some junk, you want to talk some trash, go ahead, grab your snacky snacks, sit back, relax, and let's hop right into the video. All right, we're gonna do our usual. We're just gonna pull and go ahead and go. So I have two of these Shea and Cocoa good wipes. These are flushable wipes. They are supposed to be like extra large. I like these. They were okay. I would get them again. I don't know if I would necessarily be like, oh, I'm gonna rush to go get them, but I would be open to trying them again. I do feel like in comparison to the ones that I previously tried, I do feel a size difference on these. I do feel like they are actually larger than a traditional baby wipe, so I do actually enjoy these. I would prefer a fragrance-free option, even though the scent is not like bad or like it didn't cause any irritation. I would just prefer a fragrance-free option. So if there is a fragrance-free option, I probably would lean in towards getting that. But I actually really did enjoy them. So I finished two of these. I finished a Aloha Waterfall Orchid in the lotion. So it has Dewy Orchid, Rainwater, Gardenia, Ginger Lily Blossom, and Island Sandalwood. I finished the spray a few months ago. I think it was like November or December empties, and forgot I had this lotion. So this was the very last Bath and Body Works lotion that I had. It was just a like fresh, watery type of floral type of fragrance. If they were to bring this back, I might consider repurchasing if they bring it back, but it's not something I have to have, so I'm okay with parting ways on this one. I finished a Vanilla Wonderland body wash. It has Taka, Warm Milk, and Blonde Woods. This was by the brand Philosophy. This was in the big boy. I got this from Marshalls, and I believe it was $20. And this was the big size. I enjoyed this. If you like the way that Philosophy does vanilla, then I think that you will enjoy this. To me, this was the warmer take on it, and I really did enjoy this. I would repurchase. I said this in a previous empties. Philosophy has a way of doing vanilla. If you like that, then you'll enjoy this. I just feel like all of their vanillas are very similar. They're not too different from each other, so they're not like drastically different as you would assume they are based upon some of the fragrance notes. But I would repurchase this. I did enjoy it. I finished a perfume mist from Bath and Body Works. This is Milk, and it has sugared oats and whipped milk. I already have the backup on my shelf. I just talk about this. I always talk about it reminds me of a cold glass of milk. Okay, it has a hint of sweetness, but it's just a cold glass of milk. I love a good cold glass of milk with like my PB&J. That is what this reminds me of, just sweet cold milk. It is so good. Like I can literally feel like I smell the coldness or like the chill to it. It's really good. I finished the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Body Mist, Body Oil Mist, and I would repurchase this. Now what I will say is I love the formulation, but I do realize that after it sat for a while, something in it changed. It began to smell very green, and I'm not sure what that was because this didn't really have a fragrance to it. So I'm not sure what changed. I don't know if it was just like the carrier oils really coming out more. But I could see myself repurchasing this. I don't need it right now because I still have a ton of other body oils to get through, but I could definitely see myself repurchasing this. I finished a Lot of Body with Milk and Honey Restore Cream Shampoo. Got this from the beauty supply store. This smells really, really good. I love the way this smells. So if you care about how your hair product smells, like this smells really, really good. I would consider repurchasing it. I wouldn't say this will be a top. It was just, I worked through some of the shampoos that I had in my collection, and this was one of them. I would be open to it, but it's not like a have to have for me. I finished the African Pride Curl Milk and Detangler. This is a have to have for me because when I take my hair down and I'm getting ready, to prepare for a wash day, I always detangle my hair before I go into the wash process, and I always use some type of detangler, and this is my favorite one. So I do think I have another one. If I don't, I'm going to make sure that I have another one because this is a got to have, must have in my wash day routine. I do not detangle my hair without it, so I got to have this. This is the Talia Wajid Clean and Curly Hydrating Shampoo. I would definitely get this again. I enjoy Talia Wajid's products. My hair responds very well to her products, so I definitely would say I would get this again. But I lean more towards clarifying shampoos. This is a hydrating shampoo, so I have, I think, a few other hydrating shampoos that I would need to get through, or moisturizing shampoos to get through before I go to repurchase this one. But I definitely could see myself getting her again. I got them from my local beauty supply store for, I say, $7.99, so I think that price was even a really good steal. Keeping in the same vein, this is Talia Wajid's The Crinkle and Curl. This is the styling like lotion, so it's really like just a mousse. And I would get this again. I have a mousse that I'm already working through, so I'm not gonna repurchase right now, but I could definitely see myself getting this again. I did enjoy it, and Talia Wajid is Black owned, so do want to shout that out because it is Black History Month. So I definitely do enjoy her products. I've tried a variety of her products and they do respond very well to my hair, so I would consider this again. This is the Cream of Nature Moisture and Shine Shampoo. I think I like this. I think it was good. Like, it wasn't anything bad. So I wouldn't say it's a no, but it's not a I gotta have it right now. But it was decent. Got it from my local beauty supply for $5.99. Okay, and then we have the Unjackies Moisturizing Co-Wash Cleanser. I don't really do the co-washing thing anymore, so I don't foresee myself getting this again. There was a period of time where it's like, oh, where they were telling us like, oh, you don't need to wash your hair as frequently, like it's okay to co-wash. I no longer subscribe to that mentality, so that's kind of why I'm just okay with like using this up and getting it out of my collection. So I don't foresee myself purchasing a co-wash. I want to make sure that when I go in to wash my hair that I'm actually shampooing my hair. I don't want to really play around with the co-washes anymore, so I don't see myself repurchasing this or any other co-wash. Finished 2 of the Dove Original White Bars. Love these. Always a repurchase. I finished the Nivea cream. This is in the big jar. I buy this big jar as my facial moisturizer. Okay, let me close it out so I'm still making all the noise. I buy this big jar as my facial moisturizer. So when I buy a big jar, it just lasts me for like several months because it's what I use to moisturize my face. I deal with dry skin, and this is a formulation that I just love on my skin. I don't find myself having like any irritation or, you know, my pores being clogged or anything like that. So this always works. So this will always be a repurchase for me. I finished Layali Rouge by Swiss Arabian. This is a Middle Eastern like perfume oil. I've been very intentional about removing all Middle Eastern fragrances from my collection. I've sold a whole bunch of them, and this was the last one that I had in my collection, and I finally finished her up. I just don't see myself purchasing Middle Eastern fragrances. I'm sorry if you love them. Just for me, I just don't think that I really want them in my collection. So I'm going ahead and part ways with this. But this was just like a very fruity, floral type of oil. It does smell good, and it was definitely one of my favorites. But I'm okay with parting ways with her. So, bye-bye. I finished Honolulu Sun by Bath & Body Works. It had Fresh Island Coconut, Pacific Palm, and Driftwood. I'm okay with parting ways with this. If they bring this back, I don't foresee myself purchasing this again. I have moved away from coconut. I used to be an extreme coconut lover, and for whatever reason, I just moved away from that. So I don't really be wanting coconut like that. And I did enjoy this for the time that I had it, but I'm okay with parting ways. So bye-bye to her. This was Cactus Blossom. This was from 2020, so this is an older bottle. It does not have the notes on it, but it was sweet, kind of floral. Like, it has like this cactus note. I don't really know what cactus smells like, but this smells good. Now, if they were to bring this back, I might, you know, pick up one if they were to bring this back, because I did love this, and I've always loved this, and it's always good. Like, even bought this in 2020, and it still like was strong and lasted even to present day. So finished her up to the last drop. So I possibly would repurchase this if they brought it back. Finished the Oceanside Splash from Bath and Body Works. This was a part of like their scent lab. Watery aquatic. I do not see myself repurchasing this. I think they have already discontinued everything from this collection, but I don't see myself repurchasing this. This was definitely one that I just did not enjoy after a while. Like, as much as I do love like watery aquatic type of fragrances, for some reason this one I got sick of really quickly. So I am happy that it was a small size because I'm okay with parting ways with her. I finished the Viva Vanilla body cream. So this had rich plum, glowing amber, and addictive vanilla. This is, to me, reminds me of Sniff's Vanilla Vice. A lot of people say this reminds them of like Billie Eilish, Vanilla 28. I don't get any of that. This reminds me of Vanilla Vice. I did enjoy her. I just know that with vanillas, you kind of want to just move them along. I did not have to necessarily rush this one because I picked this up in 2025. So I knew I had probably a bit of time, but just the process of something going bad on me, I just didn't want to risk it. But a lot of this was like pure organic use of just really enjoying this fragrance. But saying bye-bye to Viva Vanilla and the body cream. We finished some perfume. So I finished Salt Petals by Mix Bar. This is an aquatic, salty type of fragrance. It's very similar to Oceanside Splash, so I did use them together. And once again, this was just a profile that I got really sick of, and I'm just okay with parting ways. I do not see myself repurchasing this. And we also have Divine Peach from True Fragrances. Now, as much as I love this, this was a sweet, juicy, light, airy peach. I'm not sure that I would repurchase this. I got this from TJ Maxx for $14.99. The reason I'm not sure is because I got this because I was missing Pretty as a Peach. But since Bath and Body Works brought Pretty as a Peach back for Winter SAS and I was able to pick up one, I don't think that I need this in my collection. I do feel like this performed like a body spray, which does not bother me, but because I have Pretty as a Peach and I also have Zesty Peach from Bath & Body Works, I just don't think that I need this one in my collection right now. But maybe sometime in the future, I would probably reconsider. But I really did enjoy this while I had her. This was like probably the fastest that I ever went through a fragrance. And this was in a 1.7 fluid ounce. So that was pretty good. I ran through this, okay? Really, really loved her, okay? For some lip products, I finished Fenty. This is the conditioning lip oil in Cherry Tree. Loved her. Definitely repurchased. Now, I probably won't pay full price, so you probably won't find me at Sephora or Ulta picking her up. But if they are in TJ Maxx and Marshalls, which is where I got her, I would definitely repurchase. And then this is Summer Fridays, the Lip Butter Balm in Pink Sugar. And this was a part of the birthday, I believe it was my birthday gift from Sephora. I really did enjoy this. Now, I don't know if I'm going to pay that price for a full size, but I really did enjoy this formulation. Now, I did pick up a set that to me is supposed to be inspired by Summer Fridays from TJ Maxx, so I'm going to sit with those to see if I like them, and I'll probably just lean into those if I love that formulation. But these were some really, really good lip products. And keep in mind, Fenty is Black owned. It's Black History Month. Come on now. I finished the Delina perfume oil by the Have a Scent collection. She is gone. Would I repurchase? Possibly. I get perfume oils from my local hair store for like under $4. So I definitely think that it's worth it. It probably won't be an instant repurchase just because I don't really have need for this specific scent profile right now. And I have a lot of perfume oils that I really want to kind of like just focus on right now. So it probably won't be an instant repurchase, but I can definitely see myself enjoying her because this honestly is my favorite form of Delina. Like, I have tried, you know, Covered in Roses by Bath & Body Works, wasn't in love with it. I've smelled the actual Delina on skin, was not in love with it, but I enjoy it in this perfume oil, so I can definitely see myself repurchasing. It just probably won't be right away. I finished Sunflower Pop by Floral Street. I love this, and I hate to see her go. She is like peachy and floral and just sweet, juicy goodness. If you have Peach Bellini by Sand and Fog, Peach Bellini is inspired by Sunflower Pop. I don't know if I'll be able to get her in a full-size bottle. I'm not really sure where to find her, because when I got this, I was able to get her from Sephora. This brand is no longer being sold in Sephora, to my understanding, so not completely sure. I've seen this brand selling certain things in like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, but never Sunflower Pop. So I'm gonna be on the lookout, because I would love to upgrade her to a full-size bottle. So she's gonna be TBD. We'll see what happens with her. I finished Macaron Rose by Le Monde Gourmand. This is just a sweet, kind of gourmand rose. Like, you get a hint of like something that's a little edible, but it's mainly very rosy, but it's a light, pretty, kind of dewy type of rose. I enjoyed this. I don't know if I would upgrade her to a full-size bottle or anything, because I don't think that this was a love for me, like I have to have, but I did enjoy her. So I think that she will probably just be one and done. And then lastly, I finished several samples. These are all from the Clean Reserve H2O collection. So we have Amber Cashmere. I don't need this. I think I might still have a roll-on of this, so I'll sit with it some more. But this one so far is not a have to have. Like, I'm okay with parting ways with her. She just didn't do a lot for me. And this line as a whole has a tendency to be very watery, because if you're not familiar with the H2O collection, they use like this water-based technology to create the fragrance, and I always can smell that watery aspect in the fragrance that I'm just not in love with. So I don't foresee myself purchasing this. This was Emerald Oasis. Once again, not something I had to have. Okay with parting ways with this. I think all of these I still have roll-ons on, so we can definitely, I'll sit with them a little bit more to see my thoughts. This was Golden Citrus. Now, one thing I can say about this one is I felt like I did not pick up on a lot of that water-based technology. I feel like it was very citrus for it, but it was not the kind of citrus that I enjoy. I think it has like an orange note and something else. Like, it has, I think it's like orange and maybe grapefruit or something, but I was not in love with this one. So I think I still have a roll-on of this, so we'll sit with this some more, but I think I'm okay with kind of just parting ways with this one. And then we have Nectarine Petal. This one was probably one of the ones that I enjoyed more, but it's still that water-based thing that they have underlying. I can't get with it. So I'm not really too sure about this one. This one will be a TBD, but I do think I still have a roll-on of this one. And lastly, we have Brilliant Peony. I really thought that I was going to love this one, but that water-based technology thing, I can't really smell the peony like I would love to smell peony, because peony is typically a note that I love, okay? But I feel like it gets lost in this one, and like just like in a lot of these, so I'm not really sure. But as I stated, like for the H2O collection, I do still have like some roll-ons that I'm going to kind of filter through to kind of really formulate an opinion to see if I want to upgrade. But if I'm being honest, I don't foresee myself purchasing any of the Clean Reserve H2O collection in a full-size bottle. I think I'm okay with the little small samples that I have and just kind of moving them out of my collection. So that is all of the trash and the junk that we had from January. I've already gotten started for February, so definitely sign up in the comments and let me know, what have you been emptying? What products have you been loving? I love to hear your thoughts. But that is it for today's video. I hope to see you back here next time for another upload. But until then, remember that I love you, God loves you, so remember to always, and I do mean always, love you too. Smooches, love bug.